So in the last lecture, we have seen what is the basic details of the curve tracing. Okay, let us take one brief revision of that part. So if you want to trace any curve, basically there are three types of curve: Cartesian curve, parametric curves, and polar curve. So today we will see how to trace the Cartesian curve. So the first point is symmetry. So what is the meaning of symmetries? We have already seen the last lecture. Symmetry means, suppose if you have given a curve, and if the curve is symmetric about x-axis or y-axis, then no need to trace the whole curve. We have to only trace the half of the part. If the curve is symmetric about both the axes, we have to trace only the 1/4 part of the curve. So now ultimately our work will be less. So there are 6 types of symmetries about x-axis. If all the powers of y are even, then the curve is symmetric about x-axis. Just look here, power of y. If the power of y is even, curve is symmetric about x-axis. Power of x is even. If the power of all powers of x are even, then the curve is symmetric about y-axis. If power of both x and y are even, then we say that the curve is symmetric about both the axes. Next one is about the opposite quadrant. So if we replace x by minus x, y by minus y, if the equation of curve does not change or remains unchanged, then the curve is symmetric about opposite quadrant. About the line y equal to x, if we replace x by y and y by x, if the equation of the curve does not change, then the curve is symmetric about the line y equal to x. Similarly, if about the line y equal to minus x, about the line y equal to minus x, if we replace x by minus y and y by minus x, if the equation of the curve remains unchanged, then the curve is symmetric about the line y equal to x. This is not y here. This is not y here. Okay. Next, what is the second part of this is origin. We have to check that the curve passes through origin or not. How to check it? So just let us put the left hand side origin. What is the origin? It is 0, 0. So put x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. If 0, 0 will satisfy the equation of curve, then we see that the curve passes through origin. Or we have another thing. What is that thing? The curve passes through origin or not if there is no any absolute constant present in the given equation of curve, then the curve passes through origin. And now if the curve passes through origin, then how to find the tangent at origin? So we have to just take the lowest degree term equal to 0. Lowest degree term equal to 0. Suppose we have given a parabola. For example, if we have given a parabola, everybody knows about it, y square equal to 4ax. We have taken this simple parabola. So clearly this is since the power of y is even, so the curve is symmetric about x-axis. And now if you put x equal to 0 and y equal to 0, the left hand side and right hand side both will be 0. So that's why it passes through origin. So how to find tangent at origin? So tangent at origin is what is the lowest degree sum? It has only two terms. One is the y square and second is the 4ax. So what is the lowest degree term? 4ax. This should be equal to 0. But 4a is the absolute constant which will not be equal to 0. So x equal to 0. So x equal to 0 is what? It is a tangent at origin. X equal to 0 means what? It is y-axis. So now if we trace this curve, how we can get the parabola? This is the parabola like that. And now it is what? It is x equal to 0. X equal to 0 means y-axis. So y-axis is the tangent of this parabola. So in this manner we can find out the tangent. We can see another thing, another way to find out the tangent. What is another way to find out the tangent? We can find what is dy dx. We can find what is dy dx. If we find dy dx, suppose we have given parabola. So what is the derivative of y square? Y square upon 4ax. So y square upon 4ax, what is its derivative? 2y y1 equal to 4a. Okay. So what is the value of y1? y1 is equal to 2a upon y. So if you want to find the tangent, dy, y1, what is tangent? It is dy dx. So dy dx can be written as y1. So we want to find the tangent at the point 0, 0. So what we will do? We put x equal to 0 and y equal to 0. So what we are getting? 2a upon 0. So something upon 0 is what? Infinity. So if dy dx is equal to infinity, what it means? Tangent at origin is perpendicular to x-axis. Tangent at origin is this is x-axis, so perpendicular to x-axis. So now that's why we can also find out the tangent at origin in this manner. Suppose if it is 0, suppose if we are finding the value and it is 0, then we say that tangent at origin is parallel to x-axis. Okay. So these two things we should learn first. If it is 0, if dy dx is equal to 0, we say that the curve tangent is parallel to the x-axis. If dy dx is equal to infinity, then tangent is perpendicular to x-axis or parallel to y-axis. So in this manner, we can find out the tangent. Next thing, intersection with the coordinate axis. There are two coordinate axes, x-axis and y-axis. So if you put x equal to 0, we get the intersection with y-axis. And if you put y equal to 0, we get the intersection with x-axis. And now suppose we are getting another point except origin, then we will also try to find out the tangent at these points. And how to find it? So we have already explained it. We have to differentiate it. And if the derivative, we will find dy dx and we put what is the value of x and y at that point. That will be the tangent at that point. Okay. This is the intersection with point. Nature of the origin. Nature of the origin, we have already seen in the last lecture. What is the double point? What is the cusp? What is the node? So if origin is double point, mainly we get the double point. Then when at origin, if two separate tangents exist, then the origin will be node. But if we get single tangent for two branches of the curve, then it is called cusp. We will see when we solve the example. Next, asymptotes. What is asymptotes? Asymptotes are the straight line which is finite distance from the curve but touch at infinity. There are three types of asymptotes. One is called parallel to x-axis. And how to get parallel to x-axis asymptotes? So we just find out the asymptotes parallel to x-axis by equating the coefficient of highest degree term of y is equal to term of x equal to 0 for parallel to x-axis. For parallel to y-axis, the highest degree term coefficient of highest degree term of y should be 0. And if there is no parallel asymptotes, then we will try to find out the oblique asymptotes. We will discuss this. In case of explicit function, we won't get any oblique asymptotes. It is possible only if the curve is implicit curve. Now special points. We can also get some special point when if the curve is symmetric about the line y equal to x or line y equal to minus x. Otherwise, we won't get any special point. And special point means the points which is other than origin and the points intersected the coordinate axis, except that one. Reason of absence of the curve means what? Suppose we want to trace the curve, then we will get some equation. So with the help of that equation, we will say that if the curve is possible or not. For example, suppose we have given y is equal to, let us consider root of x and upon root of a minus x. Okay. This is, suppose we have given a curve and we are writing curve in this manner. Okay. Let us see about the parabola. What is parabola? It is y square equal to 4ax. So what is y? It is 2a root of x. 2a root of x. So clearly this we cannot consider this is the value of y. So if root of x, suppose x is equal to negative, then what will happen? Y will become root of negative number is imaginary number. So that's why if we trace this parabola, we won't get any curve which is left hand side of the y-axis, because in the left hand side x is negative. Are you getting? So now here, so we will try the given curve can be written in this term y in terms of x or x in terms of y, whichever is easy for us. So now we will try here root of x for a negative value of x. There is no part of the curve. So that's why we can say that we can separate like the y and x can be separated. And we will try to say about that for which value of x, y is imaginary. So for that value of x, curve will not exist. Okay, so let us take one example, then it will be very clear, because if you won't take any example, then it is not clear. Let us try to trace the curve y square times of 2a minus x is equal to x cube. Okay. So we have to trace the curve y square times of 2a minus x equal to x cube. Let us separate it. 2a y square minus xy square equal to x cube. Give it equation number 1. Now we check the following points. What are the following points? We have what we have discussed earlier for tracing the curve. We take one by one. So let us first take the symmetry. So now we have already seen how many symmetry we have seen. We have taken 6 symmetries. So out of that, we will write only the symmetry for which the curve has the symmetry. Otherwise, if we write all the 6 terms, it will take more time. So no need to write down all the terms. We only write for which the curve is symmetric. Okay. So let us see the first term. If we say check about the curve is symmetric about x-axis or not. So what is that? See, we will check the power of y. So there is only one term of y, it is y square. And since the power of y is even, so since power of y is even, that's why what it means. Since the power of y is even, so the curve is symmetric about x-axis. Correct? Since the power of y is even, so the curve is symmetric about x-axis. Next thing, let us come to the x. What is the power of x? The power of x is not even, so it is not symmetric about y-axis. Correct? If we replace x by minus x, y by minus y, the equation given equation of curve will be changed. It is not symmetric about the opposite quadrant. If we replace x by y by x, then also the equation of curve will change. So it is not symmetric about line y equal to x. If we replace x by y minus y by minus x, then also the equation of curve will change. So it is not symmetric about line y equal to minus x. So now we have to check all the symmetries, but we only write down that symmetry which is happening over here. So now here only there is one symmetry. Since the power of y is even, therefore the curve is symmetric about x-axis. Correct? And there is no other symmetry. Let us come to the origin. Okay, it passes through origin or not. Let us see here. It has how many terms? It has 3 terms. One is the 2ay square minus xy square equal to x cube. So clearly here, there is a variable term. It is also variable term. It is also variable term. Okay. So since there is no any absolute constant term present in the curve, so the curve passes through origin. So curve passes through origin. It's very basic things over here. Next thing, if curve passes through origin, then what is the next part? How to find the tangent at origin? So tangent at origin is given by what is the lowest degree term equal to 0. What is the lowest degree term equal to 0? So here, what is the lowest degree term? This 2a is constant. The degree of first term is 2. The degree of second term is 1 plus 2 is 3. Degree of third term is 3. Correct? So the degree of first term is 2. Degree of second term is 3. Degree of third term is 3. So which is the lowest degree term? This 2a y square is the lowest degree term. So if you want to find the tangent at origin, let us write down the lowest degree term equal to 0. So lowest degree term equal to 2a y square, which is equal to 0. But 2a cannot become 0 because 2a is the absolute constant. So y square equal to 0. Y square equal to 0 means y equal to 0 and y equal to 0. What it means? Y equal to 0. So now here, exactly we have two tangent. We have two tangent, y equal to 0 and y equal to 0. But both the tangents are coincide to each other. Correct? So here there is a common tangent for two different branches of the curves. That's why what is the nature of origin? We have already told you, if we are getting the two different tangent at origin, it is called node. And if we are getting one common tangent at origin, then it is called cusp. So now here we are getting one common tangent. So what is this? The origin is cusp. Since there is only one common tangent at origin, therefore origin is cusp. Now intersection with coordinate axis. So now what is the equation? Equation is what? It is y square 2a minus x equal to x cube. So let us put x equal to 0. Let us put x equal to, this is 0 and this is 0. So what we are getting, y is equal to what? This is 0 and 0 upon 2a means it is 0. X equal to 0, then y equal to 0. If you put y equal to 0, then this will total term is 0 and x equal to 0. So what we are getting, put y equal to 0 in 1, we get x equal to 0. Similarly, put x equal to 0 in 1, we get y equal to 0. So in both the cases, we are getting 0, 0. Hence the curve meets coordinate axis only at origin. Okay, so this is the second point. Let us come to the third point, asymptotes. So there are three types of asymptotes. First, parallel to x-axis. So here, what is the highest power of x? What is the highest power of x? It is x cube. Let us write the equation. Let us write the equation. Y square 2a minus x equal to x cube. This is the equation. What is the highest power of x? It is x cube. And what is the coefficient of x cube? It is 1. So 1 cannot be equate to 0. Hence, no asymptote parallel to x-axis.
बधाइयों और हनुमान जयंती की भी भाइयों बहनों प्रणाम.
Is it okay? So if we take the, what is the highest power of x? It is x cube. So coefficient of x cube, it is 1. So 1 cannot be equal to 0. So hence there is no asymptotes parallel to x-axis. Clearly next is parallel to y-axis. What is the highest power of y? It is y square. And what is its coefficient? It is 2a minus x. So let us put 2a minus x equal to 0. 2a minus x equal to 0. What we are getting, 2a minus x equal to 0 means x equal to 2a. So this x equal to 2a is what? It is the straight line parallel to y-axis. X is equal to 2a is what? It is the straight line which is parallel to y-axis. So next thing, if we are getting the parallel asymptotes, there will be no oblique asymptotes, right? So most of the time, 99.99%, if the equation given curve is the explicit curve, we get only the parallel asymptotes. We won't get any oblique asymptotes. So this is the third point. Let us come to the fourth. There is no any special point because the curve is not symmetric about line y equal to x or line y equal to minus x. Reason of absence. Let us from the equation number 1, y square times of 2a minus x equal to x cube. So what is the value of y square? It is x cube upon 2a minus x. What is the value of y? So x root x upon root 2a minus x. So clearly, if this x is negative, let us try to trace this curve. Now we are very end of this question. So if x is negative, what will happen? Y will be imaginary. Correct. Similarly, if 2a minus x is also less than 0. What it means? 2a is less than x or x is greater than 2a. Then also y will be imaginary. So if x is less than 0, then y will be imaginary. If x is greater than 2a, then also y will be imaginary. So now we will write down this part. If x is negative, then y will be imaginary. So there is no part of the curve for which x is negative. That is left hand side of y-axis. Similarly, if 2a minus x is less than 0, then x is greater than 2a, then y will be again imaginary. So there is no part of the curve right hand side of the line x equal to 2a.
सर
Okay.
सर
Yes.
सर एक डाउट है सर.
तो बोलो ना.
सर मैं अपनी एक्स को बहुत प्यार करता था, फिर भी छोड़ के चली गई सर, और इसमें आप एक्स बता रहे हो सर.
x को क्या हुआ? हेलो.
तो एक्स को मैं अपने बहुत प्यार करता था सर, वो छोड़ के चली गई. आई लव माई एक्स सर.
Where is x? Now look here, what we are getting over here. So here x is negative over here. If x is negative, then what will happen? Y will be imaginary. If 2a minus x is also less than 0, then also it will be imaginary. Correct? So now we want to trace this curve. What will happen if we want to trace this curve? So if we write down, just look here. If we have the x-axis and y-axis. Correct? Now, first thing is, what is the tangent at origin? So tangent at origin is y equal to 0. Y equal to 0 is means what? It is this y-axis is the tangent at origin. Y-axis is the tangent at origin. So now if it is tangent at origin, what we can do? We can draw like that. This is the tangent and this is the tangent at this point. These two are tangent. Why these two are tangent? Because the curve is symmetric about which axis? X-axis. So if we are drawing one tangent to this side, one curve to this side, we will also get the tangent, same type of curve in the second side. Is it correct? So now we are getting the same thing. Again, look here. There is a, what is the asymptotes parallel to y-axis? X is equal to 2a. This is the asymptotes, which is x equal to 2a. It is the asymptotes parallel to y-axis. So what is the meaning of asymptotes? It is finite distance. What is the distance from this to this point? It is 2a0. It is 2a0. So now this line is asymptotes, which is finite distance from this curve. What is the distance from this to this state? 2a. But it will touch at infinity. It will touch at infinity. So we can get the approximate shape of the curve like this. We have the curve. Okay, so what is the curve? This is x-axis, this is origin. At origin, we are getting the, now this here over here. Let us take the, look here, this is y-axis, this is x-axis, this is origin. So at origin, what is the tangent? Tangent is y equal to 0. So y equal to 0 means x-axis is the tangent. So just look here. There is a two branches of curve. This is the one branch of curve. This is another branch of curve. So clearly, for these two branches of curve, we are getting only one common tangent, which is y equal to 0. That's why this is called cusp. And again, what is the asymptotes? Asymptotes, we are getting the parallel asymptotes, which is parallel to y-axis. It is x equal to 2a. And why it is called asymptotes? Because this curve will never intersect with the line x equal to 2a. It will intersect at infinity. So this is what? This is the approximate shape of the curve. So now we have to follow all these steps and we will try to find out the curve. Correct? Let us take another example. Example number 2. Trace the curve x times of x square plus y square equal to a times of x square minus y square. So we have to trace the curve. What is x times of x square plus y square equal to a times of x square? A times of x square minus y square. Let us separate this. Okay, so now we represented y in terms of x. So now it is clearly it is the explicit curve. Now we check the following points. What is the first point? Symmetry. So just look here. If we see the power of x is what? What is over here? It is power of x is x cube. Okay, so the power of x is not even, so it is not symmetric about y-axis. But if you see the power of y, it is 2 and it is also 2. Since the power of y is even, therefore the curve is symmetric about x-axis. And the power of x is not even, so it is not symmetric about y-axis. It is not symmetric about both the axes. If we replace x by minus x, y by minus y, the equation of the curve will change, so it is not symmetric about opposite quadrant. It is not symmetric about line y equal to x and line y equal to minus x. So we have only one symmetry. Let us check about the origin. Since there is no any absolute constant. Just look here. Is it any absolute constant over here? No. if we take this, there are 4 terms in the curve. So there is no separate absolute constant. It is x cube, xy square, x square present over here, and y square present over here. So there is no any absolute constant. So therefore, the curve passes through origin. If the curve passes through origin, then what is the tangent at origin? What is the lowest degree term in the given curve? So what is the lowest degree term? Its power is 3. Its power is 1 plus 2 is 3. It is ax square minus ay square. So these two terms are lowest degree term. These two terms. So let us put a times of x square minus y square equal to 0. So a cannot become 0 because a is absolute constant. So x square minus y square equal to 0. So what is the value of y? It is x and y equal to minus x. So now we are getting two different tangents. One is y equal to x and second is y is equal to minus x. So nature of origin, what we are getting? We are getting two different tangent at origin. So therefore nature of origin is known. Intersection with coordinate axis, put y equal to 0 in 1, we get x equal to 0 and x equal to a. Okay, what is the equation? If you see the equation, if you put x equal to y equal to 0, we are getting x equal to 0 and x equal to a. And if you put x equal to 0 in 1, we get y equal to 0. So now we have the curve meets coordinate axis at origin as well as a0. We are getting 2 points. We will try to find out the tangent at a0. How to find tangent at a0? So we just differentiate it and we will put the value of x is a and value of y is 0. Okay, next thing is asymptotes. Parallel to x-axis. Here the what is the highest power of x is x cube and whose coefficient is 1. Whose coefficient is 1. So 1 cannot be equating to 0. Correct? So there is no asymptotes parallel to x-axis. And parallel to y-axis is what it is? What is the coefficient? X plus a. If you see the equation, x plus a is the coefficient of y. So it is x is equal to minus a is the asymptotes. Okay, so let us see here if we trace this curve. This is x-axis, y-axis. Correct? So what is the asymptotes? It is there is a point. This point is what? It is x is equal to minus a. And what is the point? Another point is there is a x. This is a0. So a0 is, if we find out the tangent at this point, it is what? It is the perpendicular to the given curve. So now we will get a one loop. This is called loop. So we will get like this. This and this. And now what is this? This is asymptotes. So it will never cross this line x equal to minus a. No oblique asymptotes because there is a parallel asymptotes. Next, region of absence. So y square, we can write down y in terms of x. So clearly here, if a minus x, if a minus x is less than 0, what will happen? Y will be imaginary. If a plus x is less than 0, then also y will be imaginary. So a minus x is less than 0 means what? X is greater than a. And a minus x is less than 0 means minus x, a is less than minus x. Or x is greater than minus a. Okay, x is greater than, less than minus a. So what we can do if we trace this, we get this type of curve. Just look here. This is what it is, x-axis. This is y-axis. We are getting 2 points. It is what? It is the a0. This is origin 0, 0. And this is the line x is equal to minus a. So if x is greater than minus a, what it means? This is asymptotes. This is asymptote. What it means? This curve will not. And now let us see here. This is y is equal to x and y is equal to minus x. These two are what? These are the tangent at origin. Y is equal to x and y is equal to minus x. These two are tangent. These two are tangent. So we are getting such type of curve. Just look here. This is here. This line is what? This line is tangent at point A0. This y is equal to x. Y is equal to x. Y is equal to minus x are the tangent at origin, and this line is asymptotes for the given curve. So in this manner, you can trace the curve. The another example. Now here, if you see this curve, there is a constant term, absolute constant term. Absolute constant term. So it will not pass through origin. Correct? Symmetry, since the power of x is even over here. Just look at power of x is even, so therefore it is symmetric about y-axis. Since absolute constant 8aq present in the curve, so the curve does not pass through origin. So we cannot find out the tangent, no need to find out the tangent because the curve does not pass through origin. So intersection with coordinate axis, put y equal to 0 in 1, we get x equal to infinity, right? If you put y equal to 0, value of x will be infinity. And if you put x equal to 0 in 1, we get y equal to 2a. Yeah. If we put x equal to 0 over here, this will be 0. What we are getting? 8aq upon 4a square. So 2a we are getting. Hence curve meets coordinate axis at 0 to a. So the curve meets the coordinate axis at 0 to a. Now we have to find out the tangent at 0 to a. So we just differentiate it. Okay, and we put the value. So now what is the tangent at? It is minus infinity. Minus infinity means tangent at this point will be perpendicular to the y-axis. Asymptotes parallel to x-axis. Y is equal to 0. That is x-axis itself is an asymptotes parallel to x-axis. Because highest power of x is x square. Just look here there. X square, its coefficient is y, so y equal to 0 is the asymptotes parallel to x-axis. Means y equal to 0 means x-axis itself. Parallel to x-axis, here highest power of y is y, and whose coefficient is x square plus 4a square, which is what? We are getting the imaginary asymptotes. So imaginary asymptotes cannot be accepted, and there is no oblique asymptotes. Reason of absence, we are able to find out what is the value of y in this manner. X is equal to 2a, then value of y is equal to a, and put x equal to minus 2a, then also y equal to a. So now this is 2 point we are getting. Suppose it is minus 2a, 0, it is 2a, 0. Okay, so this is we are getting this 2 point. What is this point? It is 2a and a, and sorry, minus 2a and a, and it is 2a and a. Okay, so and there is a tangent. This is what it is. At this point, it is tangent perpendicular to y-axis, and it is the asymptotes. So in this manner, we are able to find out the given curve. This is the next example we have already seen.